All right, so today we're going to talk about stop trying to manifest and really remind you the true principles of manifesting your specific person back, $1,000,000, your purpose, your passion, I don't give a fuck, your ideal body, whatever it is, whatever you want that for whatever reason you're over here trying to manifest and it's not showing up. We're going to talk about why that's happening and what you're doing that is not supporting the reality you want. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, my name is Kim Velez. I am so happy that you're here with me. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome. I'm just excited that you guys are here with me. So here's another comment. I'm on the kick today with the comments from you guys. So somebody wrote, "Hi, good video, Kim, but to be honest, I have tried a lot of things, but nothing seems to work. I know you're a great girl." Well, thank you. But literally, I feel I got to give up and take the life as it comes. Okay, so first and foremost, when we're manifesting, especially specific person, money, I mean, whatever it is, right? You're not changing your thinking so you can get what you want. You're changing your thinking so you can be a different version of you that knows without a shadow of a doubt, for the most part, that of course you're going to get what you want. And so many people miss that point. So many people are trying by affirming 800 million times because they think the affirming 800 million times is going to get their SP to come in quicker or make more money flow to them in their bank account because they're feeling anxious and insecure and they're trying to control outside of them to make something show up in their 3D so they feel better and more calm. Well, that's the old you. That's the old way of doing things. That's what trying to manifest is. So we're not trying to manifest this different life for ourselves. We're understanding that I'm focusing on a story of myself and what it is that I desire until I've convinced myself that this is mine. And that's what the reprogramming is. If you have a belief system that says you can't have something and you know that is your truth, then you're affirming and you're changing your thinking to reprogram your mind to believe a different belief system until you know the new belief system as your truth. And when you do that, which is usually your self-concept, when you do that, then you're not trying to do anything. You are now being this version of yourself. You're being the version of you that knows this is theirs. They don't question it. They don't really doubt it. I mean, you can doubt, like doubting doesn't stop you from getting what you want, but for the dominant state of who you are, it's someone who knows, of course this is mine, of course I got this. And if a doubt does come up, they just simply remind themselves of that and they move back into the state where they have what they want, for the most part, right? So this is what you really need to understand. Stop trying to fucking manifest. Stop trying to change outside of you and only worry about changing inside of you. Everything will reflect the new you internally. And if it hasn't, it's either just because it hasn't caught up yet, or you're just dominantly not stabilized enough in this new state in you to have the 3D reflected back consistently. So either way, the answer is still the same. The answer is you persist in reprogramming your mind until you know this as your reality. So I don't sit here and affirm to make something happen. I affirm to believe that this is mine, because once I believe it's mine, then I know it's my truth and I don't question it. I don't worry about it. I know it. I got it. It's mine. I believe it. So it eradicates the majority of your opposing story, your limiting beliefs that you had that told you why you can't have something, because when you shift that dominant programming in your subconscious mind from not believing you can have something to believing and knowing you got this because of who you are, then it makes sense to understand why you would not have a lot of negative thoughts around it anymore. So that is what the work is. The work is never about trying to get someone to be different on the outside of you, or trying to get someone to give you money, or trying to force something through your thinking outside of you to hurry up and be different. You're like, if this is my life that I currently have, I know it's a reflection of me internally. Do I prefer this or do I want this instead? And if I want something different, then I'm observing my mind and changing my thinking to support the new version of me in the new reality that I desire for myself. And I trust and know that one day it will be. And also, I'm doing this because if I have a lot of negative stories, because my natural assumption says, I can't have this, I'm not worthy of it, this doesn't happen for me, this will never work for me, whatever the shitty story is that you actually really believe, then I'm going to reprogram my mind, which is why I have to persist in observing my thoughts and replacing them with the new belief system until I actually believe it. Because now it's a new assumption. When you believe something, it's an assumption. You're expecting it, you're assuming it without needing evidence. That's what the whole persistent faith is about. That's what trusting in the unseen is about, is that I don't need evidence in the 3D to let me know I'm going to get something. I know I'm going to get it. And one day it'll materialize. That's what a lot of you are missing. So you can give up on whatever you want. It still will come most likely. But I think it's really understanding what you're doing here. And if you're not getting it, then maybe you need some coaching. You know, maybe go get a coach. Go, I don't know, do something. But like, you're only shortchanging yourself by looking at yourself that I don't have the power and I'm not willing to put the energy and effort into me and changing my mental state because I was only going to do this to try to get something outside of me because I believed if I got this person outside of me, it would make me feel better. But don't you want to be the version of you that knows their worth and value so that it's not contingent on whether a specific person shows up or not? It's not contingent on whether you have a certain dollar amount in the bank account or not. Do I need to be wealthy? Do I need to only be wealthy because I have a certain amount of dollar in my bank account? Because everybody's version of wealth is different. You know, fucking multi-billionaires would look at me and be like, girl, you're not wealthy. You know what I mean? And there's people that will look at me as wealthy. Like, I was wealthy when I fucking made $2.15 an hour, right? I've always been wealthy in my mind, and I just tapped into it more and more and embodied it more and more because I don't need it in my bank account to make me feel wealthy. I know the thoughts I'm thinking, the version I'm being in this moment is the version of me who is wealthy. And then at some point, the aftermath, the after effect of that internal change that I hold steady will mirror the wealth back to me in my physical reality. I mean, that's what you're doing here. You're not changing matter with matter. You're changing your thoughts, and then those thoughts are reflected back to you. So stop trying to manifest and just start being the version of you that knows how incredible and amazing you are, my friend, the commenter who commented this. And if you knew how amazing and incredible you are, then you would know that this person will come to you one day and they'll give you everything you want. And then you don't have to try to manifest anything because now you're just being that person and you just know this is your truth. Try that. No pun intended there. All right, guys, love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.